everyone. Thank you for being here this morning, even though it's early after such a great party yesterday. But don't worry, this will be a light talk. I'm really excited to introduce you to a game-changing tool for your email marketing efforts, the Odoo's email marketing app, and especially on our brand new version, Odoo 17. We will be focusing on a key aspect of marketing, which is about creating accessible, responsive, and visually appealing designs with Odoo. So before jumping into the demo, we will quickly review why email marketing is so important and some trends for the near future. We will then check what we have been working on regarding email. After the demo, we will also have some time for a Q&A session, so don't hesitate if you have any questions to keep them in mind, and we will answer them afterwards. So let's start. Today, first question, why is email marketing so crucial in today's digital landscape? In fact, it remains one of the most effective and direct ways to engage with your audience. On top of that, it is also very cost effective compared to other forms of marketing. Still, there are some challenges email marketing that might negatively impact your campaigns. These main challenges are the following. First of all, the ability to manage large contact lists. Secondly, being able to properly analyze your campaign performances. Then it becomes more and more crucial to ensure compliance with regulations that continue to protect more and more consumers and visitors. And of course, designing visually appealing emails, which will be the main focus on our talk today. Keeping those challenges in mind, here are three of the main trends that marketeers have identified for 2023 and 2024 in terms of email marketing, of course. So related to the increasing regulation, people are more and more concerned with their data privacy. You therefore need to gain their trust to have a positive impact with your marketing action and make sure, of course, your tools enable you to follow those regulations. Then nothing surprising for the second trend. It is, of course, crucial to address the specific threats and interests of your consumers. It then means that as a company, you need to have powerful tools enabling you to tailor specific emails for each audience segment you might have. Last but not least, we are more and more exposed to qualitative marketing content in streets, on smartphones, on TVs, etc. So it makes the consumers more and more demanding regarding the quality of the advertisement, the quality of your marketing content. So now that we have a clearer understanding of what's happening on the market, we can jump into Odoo and see what we have been working on and how we can together elevate your marketing skills together. So let's see that on Odoo directly. So here, we'll of course jump directly into the email marketing application. On the dashboard, you simply have all the emails you will work on, have sent, etc., to have an overview on the KPI you might have regarding what has been sent, delivered, open, etc. But again, here we will really focus on creating a content, creating a design using our tools. So we will straight create here a new design together. So for that, we'll have some options to work on. First of all, we will have to add a subject. So here, it will be simply the subject you will receive as an email. So for example, let's say December newsletter. All right. Then, as we said, it's very important to target your audience. So to do so, Odoo has a specific tool here called recipients. So you have the ability here to select specific recipients. First of all, as you see, you have mailing list. So you can select amongst your existing mailing list, such as people who have subscribed to your newsletter, or you can also target specific people within your Odoo environment. For example, we can here select the leads, the opportunity, so everyone who is active in our CRM, and play with some filters. For example, we can here create and add new filters, for example, to target a specific audience who is in a specific country, or who is in a specific stage of your sales process. So here, this tool is quite powerful because there are endless possibilities for you to target specific people within your Odoo ecosystem existing customer, prospects, no matter what, you can here target them. Okay, so here I'll just try to refresh and have access to my builder. Perfect. So I'll just add December newsletter. Again, we'll select, of course, the mailing list who is following the newsletter. And then you see here all the different templates that are existing in Odoo. In Odoo 17, we have some news here, as you might see, some new templates that are available just to give you some more insight and some more possibilities in terms of design creation. Here we will select, for example, the coffee break because it's very close to what I want to achieve here. So you see, here we have a template that is already built, but of course, together we will work on improving that template and make sure it fits our brand image, all right? So we will simply start first of all by changing here the logo. You see, always on the right side, a bit like the website builder, you have a tool which is the editing tool of Odoo and enables you to change everything. For example, here I clicked on the media here, the logo. So I'll be able, first of all, to change it and replace it. As you may know, you have access here to free copyright images, but the logo, of course, is not available. So I'll just select mine and add it like this. Perfect. Before doing anything on an email, it's very important for you to start working on the structure. Because the first thing that the people will see will depend on how far they will go to read your email in the end. So as a general advice, try to have some spaces between the blocks, keeping a light and sober layout which creates a modern and pure design. So on the right side, you see all the blocks that are available as content to add, and it's as the website builder, it's a drag and drop system. So for example, here, we want to add maybe some text under the picture. I select the text and I just drag and drop it where I want. This block has a quote. I don't really need it. I'll just delete it. All right. Then maybe let's continue to add some content. For example, some items, because I'm a furniture store, so I want to show off a bit of the new collection, for example, in my newsletter here. So here are some pictures, and then we will add also another block which is called Mansory. Of course, here we are just building the structure, which means that afterwards we'll be able to adapt the content. We'll come back to that afterwards. So here, I'll just reduce a bit the spaces. Maybe I could add also a separator just to have different section in my email. I take the separator, I add it, and here I have a nice line, text, pictures. That's nice. That's what I wanted to have here. And then some picture of my team, some links, and the footer. We'll come back to that afterwards also. Okay. So now that we have the structure we want to have, we'll start editing the content and the design. For that, you have here the design tab, which is quite interesting because it will enable you to define the presets of your email designs to make it consistent. So in our case, we will try to keep a neutral and warm atmosphere, as you might see. So to enhance the impact on your audience and create a stunning design, it is also advised to have a maximum of 3 different colors and 2 different fonts, just again, to have something consistent. For that, our marketing and designers have some tools that might help them. I'll share that with you. You have, for example, some add-on that exists on Google that you can try to use. For example, Color Picker. What's the goal of this extension? It's simply to go on your page and select specific images and to know the color code of it so you can reuse it afterwards in creating your design. So for example, you don't remember the code of your logo, you just use that tool, pick it, and then you have the code in different languages of colors, and then you can paste them here as the color you want to use for your design. So that's one of the tools the designer used. There is another one which is quite great. It's called Adobe Color. I don't know if you know it. It's completely free, available on internet. And there, again, you can find some color presets that you can use afterwards in your emails, in your design, etc. So for example, here, you go in the Explore tab, and you have the ability to add a picture. Again, let's add our logo together. And from there, Adobe will show you some color presets that you can use. Again, as we said, we need 3 colors. So you can simply click and have the color code available for free. So quite easy to find some nice colors. Okay. So once we have the colors, we just come back here, edit everything here, and then once the colors are well edited, you can simply select the different font you want to use. Sorry. So for example, here we will go to Lucidia Grande, and then we'll go for Verdana for the next headlines. So as a Word document, you can here very easily change the preset of your design, so it's applied straight away on your email. And once you add some blocks, it will adapt automatically. So that's quite handy here. Okay. So now that we are happy with this, we can move on to adapting our content using the edition, the blocks here. So we just come back here, and then we can start editing the content. We have color presets, we have font presets, we have a nice structure. So now we'll just finish on working with the content. So for that, I maybe just want to start with a picture and not a text. So I can easily select an existing block and replace it just under, like this. So that's quite easy. Or just edit the content. For example, I can add a newsletter, December. Let's add a capital letter here, December. Okay, and here maybe change 2023. Perfect. Now the picture. Let's change it also. So for that, we'll just go here, replace, and as I told you, you can here have access to free of charge images. So a lot of possibilities. Of course, you can add your own pictures by uploading them in bulk, but you can also here, if you don't have a specific shoot of your last of your new product, you can simply select new pictures here very easily. Select one, add it, and the work is done very easily. On the right side, you also see the editing tool, which enables you, of course, to transform everything. If you want maybe to make it smaller, you just do it like this, and that's done. Then you see also the quality, which is optimized, meaning that when the people will click on your email, it will be loading very quickly. Okay. So now that we are happy with this picture, we have a text. Also here, maybe let's add some other pictures. For example, this one doesn't fit with my brand, with my product. I'll just go back in furniture and select a new image. Perfect. Let's select this one. That's great. Again, let's transform it. And automatically, you see that Odoo fits it to the other images. So I can just press OK. Let's do it again. I can just transform it, and it's adapted very easily. Then the text here, again, we can, for example, add some text straight on it. Books, I don't sell books. Let's replace these images too. I want, for example, a sofa picture. Loading, that's great. This one we have already. Let's select this one. Perfect. So now let's transform it to here. Transform. Reset. Let's do it. Sorry. Transform. Perfect. And now we can transform it and press Enter, and it's framed. Perfect. Now that we have a header, some text, a separator, some images, you see the other block here, which is called Mansory. I really like that block personally. Why? Just because it gives you some possibilities in terms of customization. You see here on the right side that you have a template with some images and text, but then you can select other type of content. Again, here, really depending on what you want, and you see straight away the impact it has on the email. So you can really select what makes sense, what is beautiful. So for us, we will just maybe select this one, but we will adapt it a bit because those 4 blocks are not necessary. So I'll just delete sum of 2 and keep one big, which I will extend to have one big image and then some text. Here, you can also add, again, of course, some text, go visit or new collection, for example. This text, I can select it and add a link straight away. This is what we call a call to action, which is key, of course, in your email marketing. You want to engage with your audience. So for this, you can here create some smart button which will redirect your visitors and your audience to your website, to your new collection, to your web shop, which is, of course, key here. And you can, of course, select different types of button, which is just a link or maybe a button. And again, as you see, it's automatically adapted to the design, to the color, so I don't need to bother with the font, with the color. It's done straight away. New products just for you. Perfect. We have a text, we have a call to action. The picture, it's good for me. I'll remain it like this. Here, there's a separation between the 2 blocks, which I will just delete. Again, to have something very smooth, very consistent here, or people, and then some links here, which I will keep. To finish with, we will add, as you see here, what we call a footer with a very important element, which is the unsubscribe button. Again, here we are talking about some of the trends we talked a bit earlier. That is very important for people to be able to manage their data and unsubscribe to some newsletter or your email list. So you are here able to have an unsubscribe button, which redirects to a specific page of your Odoo website to have a smooth, just a smooth operation of your unsubscribe people from your newsletter. All right. So that's very important, and that's also new here in this application. Okay. So now we are quite happy with this email. So what we can do is simply schedule the sending. Again, very handy because in advance, much in advance, you'll be able to specify the date and the hour you want this email to be sent. For example, let's say on Tuesday, but we said it was the newsletter of December. So let's select 4th of December, 10:30 is a good hour where people are connected. I'll just apply, schedule, and now it's in the queue. I don't have to bother, and I can already work on my January newsletter. To finish with, here, very important, everything we did is responsive, meaning that when people will look at it on a smartphone, it will be adapted to the screen. So you don't also have to bother with that because Odoo will do it for you. And you make sure that no matter which device the person will use, it will be adapted to the screen. All right. So that was it for this demonstration. I hope that it's clear for you that this email marketing tool is quite handy and easy to use to create some beautiful email design and target a specific audience to make sure you have an impact, and then of course, analyze the return of those different emails and make sure maybe you convert some people into sales. All right. So that was it for the demonstration. We will just now jump into the Q&A session, so you can scan and ask your question to me.
Thank you, Gordon, for your presentation. It seems that it was crystal clear because we have a few questions.
All right.
First question is that, is it possible to start the email with hi, person name, or other fields from Odoo?
Yeah, that's what we call a dynamic placeholder. So you can select specific fields that exist in your mailing list and add them, indeed, to have a name, to have a company name, no matter what you want. But that information has to exist, of course, in the Odoo database.
Thank you. Next question. When sending emails targeted to leads, how do you ensure that It is GDPR, privacy compliant. You need to be sure that the lead is on a mailing list and that the lead can unsubscribe from your emails. So, how can you do that?
There are different things here. First of all, of course, GDPR is very important, and it's how you will act with the data you have of your different customers. Sorry. So first of all, there is always a default filter into the email, which is blacklisted. So everyone that doesn't want to be contacted or hasn't subscribed to the different mailings, etc., will be blacklisted. So automatically they will be taken off of that mailing, so you don't have to worry about that. It will be okay.
Thank you. And one of the other questions, someone said, I'm managing more brands under one company. The explanation is that one brand with one website for B2B, one brand with website for B2C, but they belong under the same legal entity. Can I make Odoo generate links in in email campaigns to the right website, for example, unsubscribe button based on the campaign, or I always need to change the base URL for the whole database?
Good question here. I think there are two questions in one. It's first of all the unsubscribed and then the link. So of course, as we saw, you can put as many links as you want. So you'll just have to maybe duplicate the email and put specific links to redirect to the right business, B2C, B2B. So that's first thing. Secondly, regarding the unsubscribe button, that's indeed a general thing in terms of mailing lists. So if they click, they will be unsubscribed and blacklisted as a person. So no matter if you target in email or we send an email from the CRM, they will be blacklisted, so they will be taken off by default. But again, you can specify specific people that you still want to contact because they might have unsubscribed for your email, but they are still consumers. So you might want to still target some specific emails to them.
Yeah, that's clear. Thank you. Mm, is it possible to use this type of email template in another module to send a code, for example? How can we check the email results?
For the email, as you might have seen, there is a new tool which is now integrated, so you can build really some new quotes with a PDF, etc. So I wouldn't use the email marketing for sending quotes because you can do it straight away from the chatter in the CRM in the sales application, because usually a quote is very personal, so it's to one person, it's tailored. So it doesn't make sense to use the email marketing, which is more to target large people, large mailing list. So yeah, it's better to create email templates straight from the chatter in your CRM, in your sales application, and then maybe just adapt it to the content of the quote.
And in the same question, is it possible to send email to my address to test this before send?
Sure. Of course, there is a testing tool. It was in another talk, but yeah, you can of course define some specific test email address. You can also use what we call A/B testing, which is the ability to create several alternatives, try them to a sample of people, and then just select the one that has the most click rate, the most engagement with the consumer. So yeah, of course, there are several testing tools.
Thank you. Which is the maximum email per days allowed by Odoo SH, and how can we get more daily emails?
Yeah, so for email limits, it's changing a bit. It's from 50 to 200, depending on what version and database you use. But we have indeed a restriction in terms of number of emails you can send from the Odoo server. So if you are using the email marketing to target large audience, we will always just recommend our customer to go on their specific email server. So there are many solutions for that online. So you just connect that. It's a small configuration to do. So you are not using the Odoo server. You are using an external server that you just connect, and you can send as many mails as you want, depending on the volume you will have.
Thank you. And I think this is gonna be the last question. Can I use the email template editor also for creating order confirmation emails or etc.?
Sorry, could you repeat?
Can I use the email template editor also for creating order confirmation emails?
No. but then you might maybe have use the marketing automation tool, which then combines both. It means that you will define a trigger, which is, for example, the confirmation of a sales order, and then you might, in this application, use the builder of the email as we just used today. But again, then the content won't be adapted sufficiently to what the person has bought. So maybe it's better to do that straight from the CRM or the sales application
Yeah.
again.
Okay. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And